Welcome to a casted game of Age of Empires 4, spawning in on the northern side of the map in the color yellow. It is going to be Maggie Carp, who is a beastie cutie smurf. Actually, I think this is his main account. He keeps changing his name, so yes, it seems to be changing like every day at this point. But this is beastie cutie, going to be opening up with the early men-at-arms, and that might be down to the reason we're on Mongolian Heights. You can see lots of water on this map. Now, we haven't actually seen this map in quite a while. Only recently been reintroduced into ranked. And I'm not sure if many people actually remember, but many more crossings have been added onto this map. You can see 5 crossings here, so makes it a lot easier to pass through. But still, water, very, very important part. But Beastie Cutie's opponent today spawning in on the right-hand side of the map. It's going to be GL.TheMuslim, who in fact is not the Muslim. He is not the Muslim. He is not joined Gamer Legion. Still part of Team Liquid. But this is actually Crackety here with his Smurf account. So unfortunately not going to be a Beastie Cutie versus the Muslim game, but still going to be an absolute banger here. And we see Beastie Cutie going to be moving in now with that man-at-arm, seeing what he can find. Unfortunately for Crackety here, doesn't seem like he's found a very good spot for his Uvu, because he has yet to build it yet. Sending a villager out now. Where's he off to here? No sort of stone on this side of the map at all. I mean, he's got this one over here, but I'm not sure where this villager's off to. This is really interesting to see. I mean, he's got his gold mine secured up over here. He's got his sheep. Beastie Cutie's not going to be able to find anything here with the man-at-arms. And I think this has to be intentional from Crackety, not going for the Uvu. He knows that Beastie Cutie is likely to be opening with this early men-at-arm play. And it makes sense to open with early men-at-arms. I mean, if Crackety looks to go for an early dock, men-at-arms. If Crackety doesn't have the world's perfect spawn with the Uvu under here as well, the men-at-arms can burn it down. That's why Crackety didn't decide to build an Uvu here or here. We see that villager. I'm not exactly sure where it's off to at the moment. The men-at-arms are still searching. We'll take a look at from his perspective. He didn't scout over here whatsoever. I think he's scouting right now with a villager for a stone mine. It's got to be. I mean, that is an expensive unit to be doing that with, especially when you're playing the Mongols and you're already a villager down due to that the movement of the town center. Was that worth it for Crackety? That's really interesting to see. We see did only open. Oh, he didn't open with a scout. He had his Khan, his only form of scoutage. So surprising to see there from Crackety, looking to spend so much villager time doing that. And now he's looking a little bit short on sheep here. He should be able to bring back his Khan in time. But we'll check in with Beastie Cutie. We can see the men-at-arms have been searching. They've been scouting, but yet to find anything. And Crackety already going to be aging up with the deer stones. Not looking to go for any sort of trade. It is quite hard to trade on this map, but we have been seeing it a lot with the Mongols. And that is mainly because of this trade post. It's not right at the back of the base, and that's really, really what you do want when you're setting up trade. And now with these bigger crossings as well, it does make it a little bit tricky to set up, wall up, set up the trade. But Crackety managed to get down this dock without Beastie Cutie spotting out the villager. So well played by him right there. We see the first fishing ship is in the queue. 6 villagers on the wood line. Sheep going to get dropped off as well. 5 villagers there on the sheep, going to sustain villager production. You can see there. 6 villagers. There's some typing in the chat right now. Council hall going to be constructed for Beastie Cutie. Not looking to go for any Abbey of the Kings here. Sometimes we do actually see that landmark being used. You can actually place it next to the water, and it does heal up your ships. So sometimes we see that, but obviously the council hall is still such a good landmark. And, longbow do still shred fishing ships. So, yeah, makes a lot of sense to be going up with that landmark. First fishing ship is out. And we're going to have to see if Beastie Cutie looks to try and contest the water here. Or if he's just going to look to try and deny it from Crackety with longbow. And I so wish we had in-game chat on the replay. Because we can't see what they're saying. I'd love to see what they're saying, but men-at-arm is going to spot out this dock. You can see that villager is going to be returning home now. But Beastie does still have the second men-at-arms somewhere. I'm not entirely sure as to where he's gone. Oh, there it is. But that villager is going to be able to get home. But Beastie should be able to start to burn down this dock, and that's exactly why Cracky's already got a war junk in the queue. That is, of course, going to be the Springald ship, going to be able to take out these men-at-arms pretty easily. Especially as they're still in the Vanguard status. But Cracky looking to go very heavy on the wood now. I wouldn't be surprised to see a second dock coming up from him. I think Cracky's looking to go quite heavy on the water. The age up comes through from Beastie now. Longbow in the queue. Going to be immediately rallied out to the front of the base. I wonder if we'll have any more men-at-arms in the queue as well. Wouldn't be surprised. Be a nice little tank unit there to burn down the docks. And I'd be interested to see the range difference on the war junk. So if we actually have a look here. So the ranged attack, where is it? 30, 35. That's the damage. I'm not actually sure how we see how far it can shoot. But let's have a look at the longbow quickly. So there we go. 7 tiles of range on the longbow. Where is it on the war junk? Oh, there it is. 6. I'm so blind. I do apologize. So it's 6 tiles of range for the war junk compared to the 7 for the longbow. So the longbow can actually just outrange the war junk. So this could be a bit of an issue for Crackdy. Has he got any sort of production down at the minute? It doesn't seem like it. He has got the Uvu down, so he might be looking to put something around here soon. But the men-at-arm spotted out the Uvu, going to start to burn that down. And now we're going to have to see how much damage the longbow does to this war junk. It's not going to be a lot, but if it can outrange it, it can just sit and slowly take it out. Can't hear for Crackly going to be taking shots at the men-at-arm. It's going to take another 90 shots to kill this, though. Wheelbarrow coming in for Beastie behind this. Crackly yet to grab his upgrade in yet. And farm starting to be added in for Beastie as well. Double broadaxe coming out of Crackly. Makes a lot of sense. Definitely wants to go heavy on the water. We see double dock already out. Longbows able to shoot on the war junks. And I think they should be alright as long as they sit underneath the dock. And Beastie definitely doesn't want to get too close because these guys will do a ton of damage to the longbow. We can see here. Can he get off a shot? Yes, he can. We can see there. Actually, 2 shots longbow. So pretty huge right there. So lots of micro is going to have to come out from both of these players. I mean, maybe in this case, it would be worth grabbing an archer ship. With clump top units like this, they can do a lot of damage. Don't have as much range, though, so could be a bit of an issue. But longbow going to start to take shots now into the fishing ship. That might be one going down. Manages to get inside of the dock there. Now going to be moving over to the right-hand side of the map. But Crackly doing really well on the water for the time being. We can see 8 economic units ahead. But Beastie looking to add in the farms. Does he look to go for a second town center, maybe? I'm not exactly sure what Beastie's plan is for the time being, but actually, I think I do. Have a look at the resources up there. Going to be for a castle age play. And maybe we see the White Tower. I mean, sticking it like on the shoreline here might be pretty decent. But I think it's got to be for the King's Palace. I'll be very surprised if it's not. But you never know. You never know. There's still 2 war junks out for Crackety. Crackety looking to go for the castle age play, it seems, as well. Those 2 men-at-arms are doing so much damage to the Uvu right there. Springall's ship's going to be able to take some nice shots off onto the longbow yet again. At the time being, Beastie's just sort of sacrificing his longbow. But I mean, it's a huge investment, these war junks. We can have a look there. It's still 200 wood, 120 food, and 30 gold each. So it's a huge investment right there from Crackety. But the Uvu is going to be going down. But still got himself quite a lot of stone from that. We can see there, 324 stone. The age up going to be coming through for Beastie. 6 villagers there on the King's Palace next to this wood line. As expected. Unfortunately, no White Tower today. But third dot coming down now from Cracky. Really looking to go heavy on the water here. And his food economy is just going to be exploding soon. Arrow slits coming through as well on these towers now. Only got the 1 tower for the time being, but I'm sure we'll have more on the way. Tower going to be dropped down from Beastie as well. Looking for that network of castles buff. Age up going to be coming through from Crackly any second now. Villager's going to be moving out, and of course, got to be for the Step Redoubt. I mean, you really don't want to be going for the Kurultai here. No trade. Means the Step Redoubt is definitely going to be the key landmark here. It just feels so punishing having these war junks have less range than a longbow. Just really does come down to all the micro, and these man-at-arms have been, I mean, they've actually brought quite a bit of value for Beastie, considering they took down that Uvu. But still, 400 stone, or yeah, around that mark was extracted for Crackly. That tower's going to be getting up as well. This springled ship's not going to be able to reach that villager, unfortunately. But still, lots of farms being added in behind this for Beastie as well. But we can see he's 20 villagers behind for the time being. Well, not villagers, economic units. But he should be able to catch up a little bit with these villagers from the King's Palace. And something to remember on this map is that there's not actually that much fish here. Sure, you can fish boom, but there's a lot of fishing ships here, and eventually these will run out. Let's have a little count. So 22 fishing ships are here. But eventually, these 22 fishing ships are going to become redundant. There's only 500 shoreline fish in each one of these little ponds, and so this should last like another 10 minutes, maybe a bit longer. Maybe I'm underestimating that a little bit. But yeah, eventually this does run out, and if you've got more villagers, that's when you really do get your peak. So, I mean, for Beastie Cutie, he's just got to try and survive this out. English being one of the best late game civs. Well, the best late game civ at the moment. Maybe even the best civ in the game. Beastie looking to be a pain with these longbow. Might be able to get a fishing ship here. Oh, it's going to be a close one. They are in the veterancy status now, so able to do so much damage to the fishing ships right there. Gonna have to see if Crackly looks to grab some of his upgrades, because there is an upgrade for the ships that gives you +1 range on the war junk. So kind of surprised to see Crackly not grabbing that one. Maybe he does. We'll be able to tell here. The 6 tiles will go up to 7, which means they will be able to match these longbow. But Spearman coming out now from Beastie as well. Monastery has been placed. This map does have 6 relics on the map. 3 on each side. Blacksmith coming down as well. Getting the tier 2 balanced projectiles upgrade. Beastie really looking to build a mass here. He really wants to do something about this fishing eco, because it can become a bit of an issue for him. Crackly's going to have some good timings with all this water. Crackly going to be grabbing his Iron Undermesh upgrade. Going to be able to deal with some of this damage from these longbow. They just do so much damage. And look at this production really starting to ramp up now for Crackly. Looking to go very heavy on the armored units, lancers, men-at-arms. I don't think Beastie has scouted any of this out. We can see he's got the scout over here. Gonna have to see though, but lancers looking to make their way over. Spearmen are out for Beastie though. 5 spearmen right there. Isn't going to be enough to deal with these lancers, but it's going to be enough to impale them while the longbow do the damage. That's the most important part. But relics coming in for both players right now. Both of them should be able to secure up all 3 on their side without too much of a struggle. Mangonel coming out from Crackly as well. Unfortunately, it's being attacked by that wolf. There we go. Does get killed there by the Khan. Crossbows finally coming out for Beastie. Having to construct 3 archery ranges here for that. Wololo going to be going off. Crackly trying to grab that men-at-arm. Unfortunately, That wall alone is not going to be enough. Crackly needs to move it into the stealth forest. As you can see, Beastie, he rallied it over here and then rallied it back. I think Crackly might be able to get this back without too much of a hassle from these men-at-arms, which have actually been upgraded to the veterancy status as well. So I'd be surprised to see more of these coming out. No armor-clad upgrade in yet, though. Very important upgrade to grab if you're up against enemy men-at-arms and knights. This is a decent-looking mass here from Crackety. Have a look at this. 2 mangonels. How many men-at-arms does he have here? 12 men-at-arms, 7 lancers. And we got more and more on the way as well. So this could be pretty decent here for Crackety. He's spending all of those resources he's getting from the fishing eco right now. But BCQT's catching up. We can see really looking to expand his villager production. So many farms out as well. Lots of spearmen, lots of crossbow, lots of archers versus lots of knights and lots of men-at-arm. Sacred site going to be captured up as well. Only the 2 sacred sites on this map. But it's very hard. It's very tricky to get any sort of sacred site victory on this map, with the sacred site being so close to the base. I wonder if we'll see... Oh, Crackety now actually going to be pushing forward, looking to take out that outpost. Mangonels needs to get off some good shots. Are going to be able to do some nice damage there onto the spearman. Unfortunately, not hitting that ranged mass. But that outpost, that sprinkled in placed outpost, is going to be going up. And what was that knight doing? When it died, it sort of flung up in the air right there. But 3 mangonels are out. Siege Workshop. That's BC's first Siege Workshop. Crackety has such a good time right now. He can push in. He can push completely in right now. There's no springleds whatsoever for Beastie. He's got no horseman mass. This is going to be a tough one for him. He needs to get out this springled as quickly as he can. Villagers still gathering from this wood line here. Man-at-arms are going to force them to run away. But more and more units are coming in. Crackety grabbing that bonus as well for burning down these buildings. Outpost going to be coming up behind this, and a 4th mangonel comes down. There we go. The springald is in queue for Beastie. But is one going to be enough? I mean, with lancers here, Crackety can always target down that 1 springald, and it's going to take 8 shots for that springald to kill all of the mangonels. And I mean, you don't really want to be engaging when there's even 1 mangonel on the field. The mass still coming through from Beastie. From Crackety, sorry. So much production. And a springled coming through from him as well as a trebuchet. He needs to bring that siege forward, though. The first springled is out. And now going to be falling back for the time being. He needs to wait for his springled to get here. Trebuchet still sitting there as well. And huge shots coming out from the mangonels there. Unfortunately, not going to be getting much damage off. Keep going to be coming down from Beastie. Where's this... Crackety, you need the trebuchet. If this keep gets up for Beastie, he's going to be looking in a much better position. And we see men-at-arms in the back of the base here. Crackety's grabbed his tier 2 upgrade for the ranged defense as well. Mangonel's going to be taking shots onto the keep right there. Trebuchet should be here as well. There it is. The trebuchet is coming in. This keep might get denied here. Mangonel's going to be moving up. If they get shots into these villagers, that could be huge. Huge shots onto the villagers. So many villagers going to be going down right there. They need 1 more shot to die. Only the 1 springled still out. Crackety got a springled of his own here. Going to be healed up, though. Does get taken out. 3 mangonels remain here for Crackety. Huge shots onto the longbow. So many longbow go up. But the keep gets up. The keep gets up. 2 mangonel remain. The keep isn't going to be able to do too much damage to these ranged units. And no boiling oil is in yet for the time being, but this should be able to hold BC. Trebuchet on the back line going to be able to take out this keep ever so slowly. And that mangonel is going to be going down. 1 mangonel remains. 3 springleds still up here for Crackety. Needs more reinforcements though. What's happened to the men-at-arms? Just doesn't seem to be much production coming through from Crackety. His military mass has just sort of disappeared. He's only got the 1 mangonel left. That trebuchet is going to be going down, though. But not really a lot to kill any of the villagers inside. And it looks like Beastie is going to be holding for the time being. But more and more mangonels are in the queue. Villagers hop out, trying to repair up that keep. That keep is going to be going down, though. That mangonel needs to be repaired. You just see how much damage that this keep does right here. And now villagers going to be hopping out again. And I think... Oh, mangonel shot, mangonel shot. Oh, nice. Able to kill quite a few villagers right there. And that keep does go down. But 2 Springles out for Beastie. Going to be able to one-shot the siege here. Dragon Trebuchet going to be moving forward. Needs to take out these outposts. But Cracky still looking in a decent position. More and more units are in the queue now. Might need to get down a little bit more production. That outpost is going to be going down before it even grabs its emplacements in. But just lots of Springles in the queue right now for Beastie. And more production coming down to the south here. But we can see pond starting to look a little bit dry here for Beastie, for Crackly. He's still a little bit down here, but yeah, the rest is looking a little bit dry. Mangonel's taking shots onto that outpost. Does actually grab its emplacements, but I think it'll still be going down pretty quickly. Springles for Beastie going to be moving forward. Crackly does have the advantage, but needs to make sure he doesn't lose those mangonels. He needs a villager here to repair these up. I mean, even if it's one tap, these 2 mangonels will no longer become one shot, which is exactly what you want. But it seems to just be pure men-at-arm coming out from Crackly right now. Couple lancers in there as well. I think they're wrapping around the back of the base. Yeah, going to be wrapping around the back. Able to deny so much food eco from Beastie. More Springles coming out from Crackly as well. Traction Trebuchet going to be moving up. I'm not exactly sure where this one's off to. I'm going to start to focus down the houses. Not deciding to go for the King's Palace. King's Palace being a very, very weak landmark. 2,500 health right there. Definitely the landmark you want to be focusing down first. I'm very surprised to see Crackly look to focus down the houses. Because the King's Palace is something you really want to be taken out. But reverse raids coming through. BC going to be doing a little bit of raiding with 7 men-at-arms here. Able to do quite a bit of idling here. And actually able to kill maybe a couple villagers here. But Crackly already reacting there. And huge raid up here. Crackly killing. He's going to be able to kill so many villagers. They were up here on the gold mine. The army for BC, though, going to be able to kill those knights in time, though. Khan does go down. And Crackly's still looking to mass up. Crossbow coming out for him now as well. Looking to deal with the men-at-arm mass from Beastie. 12 men-at-arms in that little mass right there. More and more siege coming out from Crackly as well. Looking to really emulate Beastie's sort of mindset with the siege here. Have a look at that. 6 Springles. How many Springles does Beastie have right now? Let's take a quick look. 5 Springles. So with proper micro, Crackly should win the Springled Wars. As you can kill 3 of them with the 6 Springles, whereas you can only kill 2 with the 5. But 6 Springles now for Beastie as well. Really is going to come down to the micro. Man-at-arms going to be cleaned up here. They're still here burning down this town center. Wow. Crackly being idled by quite a bit here. 10 villagers is quite a bit for this long, but at the same time, Crackly is going to be idling Beastie by quite a bit, and actually Beastie's going to react by doing quite a bit of walling right there. And Crackly's still looking to focus down all of these houses, now targeting down the blacksmith right there with the two trebuchets. 3rd one out as well. And Crackly's just waiting. Men-at-arms in the base still. So much idle right here. Beastie doing such a good job on the harassment front. These trebuchets doing quite a bit of work right now. Not sure if they need to be focusing down this lumber camp. But that is what they're going to be focusing down. Greased axles coming through from Beastie as well. Very important upgrade you need when it comes to springled wars. And still the men-at-arms sit in the base here. Going to be able to be cleaned up by the lancers though. And at this point, Crackety just waits. He's waiting for his moment for Beastie to try and push him back. Because at the moment, Crackety doesn't need to push into the base. He can wait. He can slowly siege down all of the buildings here. And it's costing Beastie a lot. But we can see he's catching up in the villager lead. And the important part here is that Crackety does not run out of fish. But it looks like Beastie is going to be under some more pressure now as Crackety looks to push forward with his mass here. Going to be pushing right underneath the King's Palace right here. Where is Crackety going? He's pushing really far in. Is this a smart move? Is he looking to cut off the mass? The Springles aren't close enough. Crackety, he's gonna have a perfect time here. Oh, if only he cut off this mass. The Springles, I'm not sure what they're doing here for Beastie. Keep gonna be dropped on the sacred site as well. These mangonels need to get off some good shots. And all of Beastie's landmarks are up here. Crackety might be looking for a bit of a landmark victory here. As long as he can keep Crackety back here. As long as he can keep Beastie back here, he could go for the landmark victory. But the micro coming out from Beastie right now, absolutely huge. Keeping all 6 Springles alive. All of them going down for Crackety. This is not looking good for Crackety. He could have held back. He could have held back. Both mangonels going to be going down behind this as well. The Springles are still alive, and the longbow and crossbow are going to have to focus us down these ones from Crackety. Age 4 coming behind this for Crackety. Crackety, what are you doing? You're aging? You're aging while you push into the enemy base. While building the Kahan? You know, we don't see this landmark very often, and you can tell, but by the way, I don't know how to pronounce it. Khan Gates? Yeah, we'll go with Khan Gate Palace. Definitely not the way you're meant to say it. But, yeah. It's going to be the landmark that produces the random selection of horsemen, Mangudai, or lancers every 90 seconds. Really not something we see that often. But really interesting to see Crackety going to be aging up with this while he's pushing into the enemy base. And now, because of this, Beastie's going to be able to push back. He's going to be able to secure up his farms again, which were very much idled. We can just see how many farms he's got. He did lose quite a few vills, but he's going to be able to catch up as he is still on the 2 town centers. He's going to be able to push back all of this infrastructure here for Crackety. And then he could always look to push him off the water as well. This is going to be trouble for Crackety. He's still behind the villagers despite being ahead in eco. And the age up going to be going through from Beastie as well. Going to be the Berkshire Palace. Interesting to see. I'm very surprised by this. I'm surprised it's not the Wingguard. I mean, the Wingguard is really the landmark most players tend to use, and if it's going to be the Berkshire, I'm surprised it's not more aggressive. I mean, at this point, you'd want to stick it maybe here. You know, burn down this outpost and dock and age up right there. But I guess if you're securing up the rest of your base, I guess it makes sense. But yeah, interesting to see that from Beastie, because I know he does love the Wingguard Palace, but it is going to be the Berkshire this time, and it's going to mean it's very tricky for Crackety to push this through. Enclosures coming through as well as armor clad. So Beastie going to have very strong men at arms. Weapon emplacements coming in as well on the keeps. And I think that's going to be very very hard for Crackety to try and deal with this, especially like English age 4. I mean, you did do quite a bit of damage to him over here, but his villagers are enough to replace that. Nice little raid coming through here though, onto the wood line. Crossbows are going to be following that up though. Let me see here, longbow going to be able to take out this fishing eco, and at this point in time, this is where we're going to start to see the fishing ships or the eco for Beastie really look to kick off over Crackety. We see Traction Trebuchet is looking to take out the Berkshire. But the mass here for Beastie is enough to push under this. The Mangonel might be able to get some pretty good shots off, though. We need to see only the one Mangonel. If this was multiple Mangonels, huge shot right there. Huge shot. He might even be able to get a second shot off right here. But if this was like 3 Mangonels right here, that could have been a game-changing moment. There is the second Mangonel, but goes a little bit late at this point. The Berkshire does go down, though, which is pretty huge. But Beastie should be able to repair this up because he's got so much wood in the bank. Lots of everything in the bank right now for Beastie. Is he going to be going for a wonder? I mean, having a look at this, it looks like it's going to be for that, but very, very unlikely. Though this would be a nice map to do so. Especially as the English. But Mangadai. Mangadai. Oh, of course, it's got to be from this landmark, hasn't it? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, more Mangadai. Mangadai. I mean, this is why we don't see this landmark being used often, because it gives you rubbish units like the Mangadai. When, you know, if you could choose the unit you wanted, like if you wanted just Lancers, I feel like this would be a pretty decent landmark, but because it just gives you a random selection of cavalry, it just feels really bad, because I don't want no Mangadai in my army. I'm sure that's what Crackety's thinking right now. I don't want this Mangadai here. But unfortunately, you have to have it there. And this is really why we see the white stupa used so much. But I understand why Crackety hasn't gone for it. He's still got so much stone available to him on this map. But maybe this was a bit of a misclick, maybe. Because there's really no reason to go for this landmark. But that Berkshire is getting repaired up. And the Springle Mass for Beastie looking about the same. And nice micro coming through there for Crackety. Big engagement going to be going on right now. 47 crossbowmen coming out from Beastie. Able to deal with these men-at-arms and lancers really well. And Springle micro actually coming through for Crackety. Able to do such a good job there, killing the Springles. And this means his Mangonels can really get in there on the crossbowmen. Needs to make sure he doesn't lose his math, and can see the Traction Trebuchet is going to be able to focus down that Berkshire again. But unfortunately for Crackety, he doesn't want to push forward anymore. I mean, you really don't want to be fighting underneath that Berkshire. Nice shots coming out from the Mangonel still, though. Boiling oil coming through from Crackety, from Beastie as well as the elite crossbowman, which I'm surprised hasn't come through yet. The Springle Mass for Crackety right now looking crazy. 8 Springles, 3 Traction Trebuchets, 3 Mangonels, 9 Springles now. Ooh, nice cannon shot right there from Berkshire. The range on that landmark is absolutely crazy. Have a look at that. It outranges the Traction Trebuchet. Unless Crackety didn't have it quite in the right position. This is crazy, the range. I mean, have a look at that. That is some crazy range. That is some crazy range, especially when you've only got the circle coming out to here. We do see Crackety's score does still have the score lead. But stone walls have come down for him on the south. No sort of fishing eco whatsoever for Crackety now. And we can see down to 80. Beastie 40 vills up. I mean, at this point in the game, this is where English reach their peak. They're ahead in vills. They've got enclosures in. They've got crazy trebuchets. They've got crazy keeps. They've got crazy masses. They've just got everything. But hand cannon is coming through from Crackety now. We've got 12 of them in there, and the siege mass is still looking pretty decent. He's gonna have to do something soon though, because leaving this any longer, it's not gonna go well, especially as you don't have any sort of trade or whatever. It's gonna be very tricky for you. Maybe if we did see some siege over here, not siege, trade, I would be feeling a little bit more confident for Crackety, but yeah, really hard to trade on this map. Obviously, the Mongol is not able to construct walls. It means that Beastie can just walk in like this, and yeah, that'll be trade denied. And we can see so many raids going off right now. Cannon in placed outposts are going to be able to do quite a bit of damage there, though. 4 traction trebuchets able to take down this keep. But Beastie's villager lead still growing. I mean, you can really go up to like 140 villagers with the English. We see for Crackney, doesn't seem to really be growing despite training villagers from this one town center. Doesn't seem to be doing too much. And this useless landmark is finally going to be doing something useful, producing those lancers instead of the Mangadai. So this little mass is still going to be followed about. Mangadai going to be given a job here to try and take out the men-at-arms. Unfortunately, not going to be doing too much here. These are going to be the real damage dealers right here. It makes the Mangadai look like they're actually doing something, but yeah, they're really not. The mass looking pretty decent still from Crackney. So he's taken down that keep and now looking to push the production over on the left-hand side of the map here. Both players at max population. But Beastie's still looking to continuously raid all over the map with these men-at-arms. Just such a good unit to raid with for the English. And now we do have elite army tactics coming through as well. Plus 20% health, plus 20% damage. And that right there, 32 idle villagers. Crackney, you're a madman to be pulling those villagers away from your sheep. I mean, men-at-arms, they're a good unit, but they don't kill your villagers that quickly. And pulling away 32 villagers like that from your food economy is going to cause a massive hit on your economy. And you can see with those hand cannoneers so close. Oh my goodness, I do apologize. I missed the fight here. And it looks like Beastie looking to really push forward here with these crossbowmen. But the mangonel mass still here for Crackney is able to push him back. I was a little bit distracted there on the 32 idle villagers. But Beastie not taking a great fight there. I mean, you really do need that Springwood mass to deal with this. And with Crackney in this what's it called, the Imperial Age, he does have the extra tiles of range. We see 13 tiles of range, the most amount of range that a Springwood can have. Whereas for the English, their maximum is 12. So yeah, pretty powerful there for the Mongol, and that's probably why we see Beastie stop making Springolds, because it's just really inefficient to trade. So we're gonna have to see if he looks to mix in some cavalry. And speaking of cavalry, we do have biology coming in, and looks like Crackney is able to push forward with pretty nicely here. I feel like at this point, Beastie really does need trebuchets, and they're usually coming out the wing guard, and we've got no wing guard palace here for Beastie. And have a look at that elite upgrade for knights coming through, veterancy horsemen, biology. It's definitely going to be a cavalry switch, that is for sure. And it's exactly what Beastie's going to need, because right now, Crackney looking really decent pushing into the base here. I mean, the traction trebuchet is just doing so much damage. The mangonels here are able to defend this mass from the crossbow, from any hand cannoneers that Beastie is making. And the Springolds here are able to, the crazy range on these bad boys are going to be able to defend from the Springolds from Beastie. But the constant raids coming through, just able to do so much damage. You can see how far behind Crackney is in villagers. I really do feel like this is the last push. We see 3 villagers on food. Crackney just got nothing on the food right now. Idling so much of his food economy. Beastie knows where that food economy is and knows the damage it can cause by idling it. But Crackney's mass still looking pretty decent here. We hear cavalry, and have a look at the amount of stables coming down here. It's going to be a mass of knights right here, just pure mass. And these have biology. These have every upgrade you can possibly get, with the network of citadels giving the plus 50% attack speed. They could be the game changer right here. I mean, Beastie at this point is pretty much ahead, but no spearmen. I mean, the best unit up against those knights are going to be the hand cannoneer. And Beastie looking to push forwards here. Going to be just sacrificing his units here. I guess it's to make pop space for knights. I mean, that did feel like a little bit of a waste. As Mangonel's pretty much one-shotting that whole mass right there. And now Crackley's just going to be pushing in with his whole mass right here. But he really doesn't want to bring those men-at-arms far. I mean, look at the massive knights starting to build now. Really, really big. With those men-at-arms as well pushing into the base of Crackley. He's going to be looking in some real trouble. Lots of barracks being dropped down. I think he realizes he needs spearmen ASAP. Yeah, there it is. Spearmen are starting to come out, but I mean, the massive knights is already here. How many are we up to? Almost 30 knights. I mean, I think that's almost enough to take this out. I mean, Mangonel's just really not doing a lot versus knights. We see those men-at-arms able to do so much damage. Crackley really struggling on the food. He's got the wood, he's got the gold. He just needs the food. But the knights looking to split up into formation. Oh, I love what BC's doing here. He wants to get the full surrounding. Oh, they're coming in. They're coming in from all angles right now. Gonna be surrounding Crackley's army. They're all running in. They're gonna get their lancers out. Gonna be charging towards Crackley's army here. What a nice surround that is. Able to surround all of Crackley's army right here. The knights from BC able to clean this up. I mean, the Mangonel's going down, the Springel's going down, the Traction Trebuchet is going down, the hand cannon is such an expensive unit being absolutely destroyed right there, and it looks like Beastie going to be ignoring the rest of the army. He doesn't care about whatever that is. He's just going to be moving into the base of Crackley now with the Knight Mass, and this is going to be the end of Crackley's food economy, and once that's gone, good game will be called any second. You can see there. The Knight Mass is just too much. The Spearman numbers aren't here. And there it is. GG gets called. What a crazy game. The fishing eco, unfortunately, was not enough for Crackley. Is English a little bit too powerful? I think so. But anyway, if you did enjoy this, guys, please do feel free to leave a like. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.